capacity. What you lack is capacity. You have a problem of capacity.
They preach salvation but live like kings while their followers struggle to survive. Faith should uplift, not exploit. Yet some pastors use God's name to build empires, sell miracles, and cash in big. One, Pastor Mark Burns.
We need a warrior, we need a champion, we need a winner, and that is Donald.
Pastor Mark Burns was once hailed as a rising star in the evangelical world, but behind the sermons was a web of lies. He founded the Harvest Praise and Worship Center, but his real fame came after joining Donald Trump's campaign as a vocal supporter. He painted himself as a proud veteran and educated minister, but investigative reports revealed the truth. He lied about graduating from college, serving in the military, and even being part of a fraternity. Burns didn't just manipulate politics. He used his church platform to funnel donations toward his television appearances, political ambitions, and luxurious lifestyle. He launched the Now television network, supposedly to spread the gospel. Yet donors complained that their money vanished without a trace. Instead of spiritual growth, followers were promised financial miracles. If they sowed seed offerings, the bigger the donation, the bigger the blessing, or so he claimed. In reality, it was a well-oiled machine of deception wrapped in holy words. 2. Bishop Noel Jones, the gospel showman. Bishop Noel Jones knew how to deliver a sermon and how to monetize it. He transformed preaching into a performance, selling front row seats, VIP packages, and exclusive counseling sessions. His church felt more like a concert than a place of worship. Jones wasn't just a preacher, he became a reality TV star on Preachers of LA, where cameras captured his flashy lifestyle, designer suits, and expensive habits. His charisma was undeniable, but his message often circled back to money. He preached prosperity while his bank account flourished, thanks to the constant generosity of followers who hoped giving would unlock their miracles. Private anointing services came at a cost. Personal advice wasn't free, and despite his wealth, he urged people to keep giving for God's favor. The disconnect was jarring. While Jones lived large, many of his congregants remained in financial struggle. Yet week after week, they kept coming and kept paying. 3. Reverend Ike.
Oh, I see you're turning on after I shocked you by telling you that prayer is neither heard nor answered by a God in the sky.
Before today's flashy pastors, there was Reverend Ike, the godfather of the prosperity gospel. In the 1970s, he stormed onto the scene with a bold claim. God wanted you to be rich, and he was living proof. Reverend Ike owned mansions, collected luxury cars, and flew private, all bankrolled by devoted followers. His message was simple. Visualization and generosity would attract wealth, but generosity meant donating to his ministry. He sold prayer cloths, blessing kits, and even audio programs that claimed to unlock abundance. His famous quote summed it up: "I don't want pie in the sky when I die. I want cash in the stash now." He turned religion into a self-help empire, mixing faith with financial advice, but the only person getting richer was him. While millions tuned into his radio sermons, few noticed how much of their money was helping Reverend Ike live like royalty, not the people he preached to. 4. Pastor Alph Lukau.
There is a woman here. This Friday, the husband you knew.
One viral video shot Pastor Alph Lukau into the global spotlight. In it, he dramatically resurrects a man from a coffin during a church service. Crowds cheer, the cameras roll. The miracle spreads like wildfire online. But then, the truth unraveled. The funeral home involved denied everything, saying the man was never dead and that the stunt was staged. Despite public outrage, Lukau doubled down. He used the viral fame to boost donations, sell merchandise, and grow his church empire. Known for his lavish lifestyle, Lukau owns multiple luxury vehicles and a stunning Johannesburg mansion. While his followers live paycheck to paycheck, they continue to believe in his supposed divine powers. His sermons promise health, wealth, and divine favor for those who give. And people still give, hoping for their miracle. Even after being caught faking the ultimate miracle, raising the dead, Lukau's empire only got stronger. 5. Pastor Lesego Daniel.
What can I do for you? Because you have been.
Imagine a church service where followers are on their hands and knees, eating grass. Pastor Lesego Daniel made international headlines when footage showed his congregants grazing like cattle on the church grounds. His reasoning? He claimed grass brought spiritual cleansing, but it didn't stop there. In another shocking incident, Daniel sprayed insecticide, yes, doom spray, directly into his followers' faces. He insisted it was a holy healing agent sent by God. Some members vomited, others collapsed. Still, his following grew. He defended the practice as a test of faith, and donations skyrocketed. For Daniel, controversy only meant more publicity and more money. Despite multiple health warnings and criticism from religious leaders, his church continued to expand. His message? The more extreme your belief, the greater your blessing. Unfortunately, those blessings often flowed in just one direction, straight to Pastor Lesego Daniel's bank account. 6th Prophet Pasika Mboro Motsoeneng. Prophet Mboro made headlines for the most outrageous claim. He visited heaven, took selfies with angels, and returned to share the experience. He even offered to sell albums and books about his divine trips. Many laughed, others gasped, but some paid. A lot. Mboro capitalized on the bizarre story, charging followers for prophetic consultations and special access to his heavenly wisdom. He was also known for flashy clothes, luxury cars, and over-the-top theatrics during sermons. Legal troubles, including fraud allegations, followed him, but his loyal followers stood by. Mboro insisted he was a servant of God and that his blessings came from above. Yet every blessing seemed to come with a price tag. His ability to spin outrageous claims into financial gain showed just how deep blind belief can go. He turned the pulpit into a performance stage, and his followers into loyal customers buying tickets to the show. 7. Pastor Letebo Rabalago.
Congregants. Prophet Letebo Rabalago from the Mount Zion General Assembly Church in Limpopo uses doom in.
Pastor Letebo Rabalago took the faith-healing gimmick to deadly extremes. During a sermon, he sprayed doom insecticide into the faces of his congregatio, promising it would cure HIV, cancer, and even demons. Tragically, one woman died from the exposure. Yet Rabalago doubled down, insisting it was all done in faith. Instead of backlash, many of his followers saw him as a martyr of modern miracles. The more shocking his stunts, the more attention and money his ministry received. News of the tragedy didn't hurt his donations. It boosted them. His message: belief is everything, even if it means putting your life at risk. The church became a spectacle of fear and hope, wrapped in dangerous theatrics, and Rabalago continued to profit from every headline. His actions raised serious questions about religious abuse, but for his followers, the doomed prophet still carried divine power worth paying for. 8. Pastor Paul Sanyangore.
Yes, Father!
Is this heaven?
Yes, Father!
Is it heaven?
Yes!
Pastor Paul Sanyangore claimed he had a direct line to heaven, literally. During services, he would pull out his phone and call God, even claiming to receive real-time instructions from the Almighty. The crowd would erupt as he pretended to hold divine conversations, answering spiritual questions from the pulpit. But the divine connection came at a cost. He sold heavenly life certificates that guaranteed salvation for a price. Want a baptism? That's extra. Special prayer? There's a fee for that too. His church operated more like a business, with different packages of blessings depending on how much you could afford. Despite the clear absurdity, many fell for it. His performances were so convincing, people believed the more they paid, the closer they were to heaven. Sanyangore blurred the line between satire and scam and made a fortune in the process. 9. Bishop Gilbert Dea.
On Dieki, the televangelist did not participate in child stealing in 2004 since he was in the
Bishop Gilbert Dea promised barren women something miraculous, babies through prayer. But the truth behind his miracle babies was horrifying. In reality, children were being stolen and handed over to desperate women as gifts from God. DNA tests later proved that these babies weren't biologically related to the women who received them. Authorities launched an investigation, and Dea was eventually extradited to Kenya to face child trafficking charges. Though he was acquitted in court, the damage was done. Still, his ministry never stopped collecting donations. He remained active, preaching and promising blessings to those who gave generously. His horrifying actions exposed one of the darkest abuses of faith, exploiting the desperation of childless women, and yet many still viewed him as a man of God, blinded by hope and manipulated through belief. 10th prophet Hubert Angel.
The Bible tells us some have entertained angels unawares. Why? Because they are angels that have bodies. That means
Prophet Hubert Angel created a spectacle in every service. One of his most infamous moments? Congregants lining up to kiss his designer Gucci shoes. They believed touching his clothing would transfer blessings. He promoted a culture of extreme idolization, selling VIP access and charging honor fees to sit close to him. Prophecies were also for sale, with price tags depending on the level of access. He even claimed to have predicted events like 9/11 in Donald Trump's presidency. After they already happened, his wealth ballooned, with reports of luxury cars, mansions, and high-end clothing. Angel turned religion into a luxury brand and himself into its centerpiece. His followers didn't just respect him, they worshipped him, and their wallets paid the price. Faith should uplift, not manipulate, yet some pastors use pulpits for profit. From staged miracles to stolen lives, their actions expose the twisted heart of prosperity preaching. Real spirituality isn't measured in mansions or jets, but in truth and integrity. Like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories. Would you trust them with your money?